I don't even know what's in these things. I'm getting new commons, okay? I'm gonna take my time. I don't think I ever drafted this set. I don't know what's in it. I don't know which rares can come out of it. Um. Oh, I know the dance thing, that one with artifacts. Is that this set? I think it is. Oh, this guy. I've played against this dude and the Flashy Wolf, and yep, it's been a while, but that is a familiar canine face. Yeah, I don't know what any of this does. It's great. Okay. This thing, okay. Oh, I think I've seen, maybe I've seen this played. I think I've seen this played. Oh yeah, I had one of these, and now I have a second one, which is excellent, because I've definitely seen lists. I saw a Blue Eye list playing 3, and I only had 1. And now I have 2. Hooray, progress. Again, literally new commons. I don't think I drafted this set. Okay, doesn't matter. This is good. I don't think I had as many of these as I wanted. Oh, but now you just play the one that, yeah. Standard plays the one that gives them the 3/3. Oh, that card, that's playable. That is played a lot. Okay. Definitely relevant. Good. Don't gotta spend as many wild card things. Okay, sure. If you control green permanent, blah blah blah. Huh. Alright. So it sticks. This reminds me of the rogue in Zendikar, the 1/4 where you can tap another rogue and give a death touch, and then it's got the same thing when it hits them, draw a card. Pretty legit. Hey, that's good stuff. That one's not getting banned. Mythic wildcard? Probably not gonna ban it. Oh boy. So many things. Okay. Yeah, okay, I did know Fling, to be fair. I thought I actually had this already, but I guess not. Sure. Hey, another thing for the same deck. Alright, green, let's go. I mean, that guy's not getting the banhammer, so like, whatever, that's cool. Some new stuff. Okay. Alright, sure. Uh-huh. I do not know what this is. Yeah. I mean, at least it's an instant for the +3/+3. And it gives you an option. Man, this looks like it would be playable in other formats. I don't know. My calibration says that this should have a place somewhere, but it obviously doesn't right now. And you know, Omnath OP, yada yada yada. But man, that just looks like a thing that would be solid, and yet we are not in a format where that's true. Okay. Oh boy. We're just, you know, one by one, we're getting through the packs. Yep, definitely seen that get played. These are new to me because I don't think I've ever drafted this set, and we have a lot of packs to go. A professional custom Twitch graphics pack offering a deal. I am not interested in the paid deals. I am all set on the graphics, but I do appreciate the question. If you have any comments on mic levels, I'd love to hear those. Okay, let me see what's in this stuff. Yep. This is not what I thought it was. Okay, yeah. People are playing some silly gargoyle thing instead of the crab and the rogue deck. It's not that. Oh, and all those packs are gone. Okay, no more opening good green rares, I guess. Okie dokie. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Alright. Yep. Doable. Doable. Let's see more stuff. Ooh. Mm-hmm. 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 Hey, yep, only had one of those. Definitely would not mind another one. Not complaining. Oh, awesome. All right. I will legit keep that in mind. Graphics packs. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really decided what I'm doing with them. So technically, I'm not in the market. But yeah, that's not to say I will forever be removed from the market. So yeah, once I am considering it, I will take a look. Appreciate that. Okay, glad we got another one of those. Because as I was saying previously, I was looking at some blue-white lists, and boy, do they not have things that might be banned. So all that stuff's pretty safe. Okay, get some hasty stuff. More mill, that's lovely. Yep, I think that's the second one, although I don't think it matters. I have a hard time seeing that being too relevant. Alright, what else? Everything's a first. Okay, I didn't draft this at all. Got it. Okie dokie. Only to creatures. Wow, rough. Okay, sure. Yep. I think I just like put wild cards into these for like some common and uncommon only whatever thing, and I had enough and I didn't care. Hey, look at that. We got our boy, our Grixis man. Although honestly, if this gets the banhammer, I will be a little surprised, but I don't think it's 0%. I think it could, maybe, I think, which would net us a wild card. So, whatever. Not complaining. Okay. More new stuff. All right. Oh yeah. Oh man, I played. There was a format they did with this where like everything costs 5 less. Yeah. That's the thing I played. I don't think I played actual regular drafts of this. What do we have? Not very exciting. All right, next. Yep, more new stuff. That's what you get when you don't play. That definitely got crafted for other versions of Blue White. Cool. Yep. Cool. I don't see this being relevant either. Next. Hooray. Yep, one or both. Okay, cool. Crystal, dude, crystals, man, having Moxes in that format, just like, wow, these were insane in the everything costs 5 less. So was this guy, my goodness. All right, counter some stuff. Yeah, that I really have trouble with. Like, if you're doing this instead of just Sharknadoing with your Shark Typhoons, that's probably not great. Moving on. I think I only have 3 Typhoons, so I could use another one of those. Okay. Oh yeah, I played against Cycle Deck. Yep. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I don't see it. I just, man, this is one of those things where it looks cool and it's really easy to imagine. Yeah, and if I had this and then I copied it and then I was already in Rug and that's easy to do and whatever. But man, just like, think of the list on paper where you have creatures that this is good with and this in the same deck. And it's like, your creature heavy deck where this card is good is already susceptible to things like Wraths, for example. And when you add this to that list, your deck is now much worse against Wraths. Because when this is in your hand and you're like, okay, I played my second dude, I don't want to overextend, and they're like, wipe your board, and you're like, oh, but all I had left was this Mythos. It's such a bad follow up to the spots where you're behind. Yeah, it's good where you're ahead, but it's not even fantastic when you're at parity because it's requiring you to have the thing that you're copying. Versus if this was just another guy, that's much better in 2 out of 3 spots. It's much better when you're behind. It's frequently better when you're at parity because you don't necessarily have a creature in play already. And this would be better when you're ahead. But it's so narrow. It looks like it's good, but it's deceiving you. We got more. Still got new commons. Oh yeah, fill these up. Gimme. We got new commons. Oh sure, it's a cycly bit. Yep, whatevs. Yeah, this dude. Yo, Mr. Human Wizard Sir. Yeah, that's the Gruul thing with the exile 5 cards and then cast all of them forever. Yeah, no. This is good stuff if that card is legal in those 4 or 5 hours, however long it's going to be. But if it is, man, that thing, oh, what a hoser. Okay, whatever. No idea. When it leaves, if it has counters, do stuff. Okay. That's weird. I mean, I can imagine a spot. Like, I'm not saying that's unplayable. It's just narrow. You know, if you find its niche, great, but it feels like that's gonna take some work. Okay. Okay. A non-land. Okay. Costs 7 to look at the top 5. Wow. But a non-human. That's expensive. Granted, I mean, you know, this thing itself only costs 2 to get your non-lands to be an extra mana. That's decent. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to matter. Lifelink, decent. Hey, I actually had 0 of these. I can have a companion now. Oh, that's so exciting. I mean, you know, honestly, I am the kind of person who would prefer the non-feline, more canine version of a companion. I don't know what that means in terms of cards. I'm just speaking against cats in the infinite pet debate. Although really, I have nothing against cats as a species. I have a thing against their dander and my allergies. Okay, new stuff. Everything makes you sack things in order to do fun things. Boring. Another one. I already didn't want these, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Oh, new Evolving Wilds. Get out of here. I have Evolving Wilds. Okie dokie. Yup. Return stuff to battlefield. When it enters, menace counter. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Make some lifelinkers. Sure. Doesn't seem terrible. Seems like not quite good enough, but you know, maybe something will happen and it will be good enough. Hey, another cat though. Come on. We talked about this. Each other thing that's a cat gets bigger. Oh, it combos with Lurrus. That's cute. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't have any of the companions. I basically have not opened this set. So there we go. 1 is enough. I dig it. What else? New commons. That's what else. Yeah. Yes, the best kind of pack. I still need those. I guess technically the best is a thing that then gets banned and give me the wildcard, but you know, whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's in the rogues deck. Okay. Hey, all right. That is definitely a thing I like to see. Man, if all I opened were triomes, that would be quite all right. Oof. Okay. Yeah, uh-huh. If it's blocking, it's counters. Seems decent. Unlimited. Okay. Why not? Yep, not excited. Cool story. Moving on. Yeah, doesn't hurt. I don't think I had 4, so cool. Why not? Yeah, no, not for 6. Pretty awful. What else? Yep, another generic cycler. Okay. Huh. 3 mana, 4 power, has menace. If they have 2 creatures, they can give 1 death touch. I mean, well, even if they don't, but then they can't block. Alright. Here we go. The medium stack instead of the short stacks. I think I did actually play some of this limited, which is why these are not new. Okay. Already had one. Don't really see myself running it. Oh well. That's a whiff. Wow, am I just not gonna get new content? Did I really play that much? I mean, I guess I have some packs of it, so maybe I did play that many drafts. I don't even remember. Sure, I could see this being played. It isn't now. Maybe it won't be until like the next block or something silly, but it's a thing. It's a thing to be aware of. It's recastable. Whoa, a new common. Okay, I'm impressed with myself now. I mean, I guess this is a thing I would have never, ever, ever taken, so it kind of makes sense. But that also means I never got booted it. All right. Turn another creature. You control. Okay. Gain life equal to mana cost. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing a thing where you're gonna need the life and you're gonna want to bounce your own stuff and be all like anti-tempo and then spend 3 to pitch only legendary things to draw 2. I don't see it happening. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Playable. Already had one, but playable. I do like playing lands off the top. I will definitely admit that. I am quite partial to it. Big fan of Oracle of Muldaya. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ugh. Cost X less, where X total power creatures. 600 each up to 2. But it's creatures and planeswalkers. Let's say you have 8 power. This thing costs 4. And it deals 6 to 2 creatures. I mean, okay, that'd be good. But that requires 8 power. It requires double red. The power's in green, dude. Yeah, no. Not putting my stock in that one. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's what we call a win. I've seen it played, though. I've actually seen it played. Some nonsense Masterminds acquisition, omniscience. I don't even. It was ridiculous, but it happened. So, like, technically speaking, not unplayable. Kind of. What do we got? Okay, yep. This dude's fine. He's efficient. Has words. Hexproof and black. Sure. Maybe you get a free Garruk. I don't know. Whatever. That's decent. What else? What else? All right. Yep, definitely taking it. Pretty happy about that. The best kind of mythic. Okay. Sure, you may discard 2, then draw that many. Up to 2. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's nice it has trample, but like, it just costs 4. I just don't see you playing a 4-mana thing, especially without haste in a spells deck. Ugh. This guy. All right. Definitely already had one. Seems a little redundant. I don't think I'd want a ton of these. I don't know. Maybe it's some like weird future historic weirdness with Gary's, and I don't know. Probably not. Okay, I've seen it played. I don't expect to be the one that plays it, but I've seen other people do it. Fair enough. What else? Oh my goodness. Just said this is redundant. Okay, thanks. A new common. Yeah, okay. I think I was a bit anti-white. That feels a little familiar when I was drafting this. Yeah, maybe. No promises. Okay. Other dot. There we go. No more cats. Thank you. Beat up this turn to dot. Oh, I love it. This is legit. This is flavorful. Great art. This is just legit. Other dogs get pulled in +1 because he's a pack leader. Hello. And also because he's a pack leader. Prevent all combat every result that's turned to dogs to control, including itself, which is kind of impressive for a pack leader. Wow. I mean, this is just mono flavor, jam packed. Like, yes, it's garbage and constructed. Yes, it's pretty garbage and limited. But like, man, great card outside of those contexts. I don't know. Really cool design. Not gonna get used, but it's neat to see them make things like that. Can't have every card be superb. Okay. Yeah, don't see it happening. Maybe, probably not. Now I feel like I am misremembering because I think I would have played more red in this format. I would have played cards like this at common. And that certainly. Yeah, it's weird that these would be first if I played a lot of limited. Huh. Hey, I think I had 3 of these, so that lets me build rogues. That is neat. Fewer wild cards required. How would I have gotten 3 of those though if I wasn't opening these packs and I wasn't playing much limited? Confusing. I'll take that. I don't know if I had any. Oh, it says first. Well, I guess I didn't. Yeah, this guy goes in lots of stuff, and especially post-ban. When we're moving into a world where it's not just play Omnath on turn 3 or 4 and then play your hand and half your library and half your sideboard on turn 6, this could get a lot better. People still play it now, and it could get better. So, sounds good to me. What else? What in the world? Okay. Exile all creatures. Cost 3 less. Your graveyard. Okay. Until it leaves. Alright. May cast a thing without paying its cost. I guess. Yeah. Yep. Gonna call that unlikely. I mean, it's cute, you know. You could spend your time thinking about how to make it work, but I don't think it's gonna work. All right. Yep, definitely seen this type of thing plenty of times. Till they reveal a creature card. Yeah, I mean, we don't have Colony Gardens, so I don't know exactly what this is doing. I guess you can get like what, Indestructible Ulamog, you know, play some token producers, I guess. But is it even worth it to just get an Ulamog? Is it worth the work? Maybe. Ulamog's not bad. Okay. More stuff. Yeah, somebody had a list with these. It was just like what you'd expect from a burn deck, but also these, the full 4. Okay, so it's a 6/6 for 6 mana, which sounds like the fuck is that doing in a burn deck? But then costs X less, where X is the total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents. So yes, theoretically, you bolt them twice and then it costs 1, which still costs you 3 if your bolts cost 1 or shock. So it's not like crazy cheap. And it does require non-combat damage. You can't just alpha your team and then do this post-combat for 1. But it's not 6, that's for sure. So then it also has more words. Whenever a sword you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, this thing deals that much damage to a target creature or planeswalker that player controls. So in an attrition battle, you're just, instead of ever pointing burn at their board, you're always pointing it at their face, and then this also points it at their board. Very efficient. If they don't have a board, that text doesn't matter. It is still a 6/6 in a deck with a lot of burn. So like, you're in a spot where you have all these lightning bolt-esque effects and then not much board presence. Maybe those decks play, I'm used to Historic, so I'm used to things like Gitu Lavamancer and Viashino, Pyromaster, whatever they are. Where, technically they're creatures, they go on the battlefield, but it's hard to call that much of a board presence. And this plays a lot differently. So even if that third ability here doesn't do anything because your opponent's not playing creatures, it does just kind of give you another avenue. Like, at least you have a 6/6. That's not so bad. Yes, maybe they'll point their removal at it because you didn't have that many other creatures. Fair enough. But I don't know, like using the Tarmogoyf argument of, well, it dies to everything, which technically it doesn't. It's a 6/6, and it costs 6. Some removal is, mana cost 3 or less, which this dodges. So it doesn't quite die to everything. And even if it did, the times when it doesn't die matter a bit because, 6/6 trample. Anyway, Cards Dece. I might actually play it at some point. That's neat. Okie dokie. More stuff. What do we got? If a non-token would enter and it wasn't cast, what does that mean? Muxus. This has been like legacy vintage type stuff before. But now I'm trying to think of the arena applications. It's kind of tough because I haven't really seen death and taxes-esque things that are performing well. Not that I've seen none, but it's been a rather small number. Maybe this could work its way. It's just very metagame dependent. If it's good against the top decks, then you should play it. And if it's not, then you shouldn't, because it's kind of vanilla otherwise. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be willing to call it niche, but it's metagame dependent. Whatever, good enough. More packs. Okay. 3 mana, 5/4, what? Can't attack unless you control 4 more artifacts. Well then. Create a treasure for each non-token creature that died this turn. This is bizarre. Okay. Huh. So it's a dragon doing that treasure theme. The Crown Scourge. I don't know how that's relevant. Can't attack unless you control a form of artifact. That's weird. Like, you need to have a stash of treasure that you're presumably guarding in some fashion before you can attack. I mean, is it just kind of like dormant? Like it doesn't see the point in deterring invaders until its hoard is large enough? Okay, maybe. In your end step, create a treasure for each non-token creature that died. That I can kind of see. If you had a non-token die, you know, if you killed one of this dragon's minions, it's gonna take its revenge by stealing some treasure, I guess. Yeah, okay. I mean, I still think it's a little odd. But yeah, I can kind of get there once I think about it, kind of flavorfully. Not for playability, just to be clear about that. Okay, copy stuff every turn. Yep. Alrighty. It is a build around. I find it hard to believe it'll be that competitive, but it is build aroundable. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give me the land. I got one triumph, and now I got one temple. Give me them lands. I don't want to use wild cards yet. Okay, that's not a land. That is not a thing I'm going to be playing, I don't think. Great. Okie dokie. Cool. Alright, maybe. First? I think it's only a first for the set. I feel like I have another one from some other set. Maybe that's just a lie. It's a thing I could see myself playing. I've played it in Modern. It's legit. It has a role. I'm not... I lean toward I probably won't, but for sure it's on my radar. Hey, the best kind of rare. Still short on lands. Okay, you know what? Just as I say that, I get the unplayable land. Thanks. Cool. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Not a land, but I'll take it. Good in the mono green. Good in Gruul, whatever. Good in, you know, the green based greenness. What else? Not quite as excited about this one. Okay. Weird. Not gonna see play. Cool. Yep. Speaking of cards with the green deck and the green stuff for green things, that's definitely one of them. What else? Protection from multicolored. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I've seen some people try to make knights work. I don't expect I'll be one of those people, but I guess if knights does work, I will not be surprised if that's a component. Okay. Hey, I remember this from many eons ago. Oh yes, fond memories of playing it and not so fond memories of if I was someone with a lot of red spells. Yeah, very lopsided. Sure. I mean, I had one. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to want the second one. Plausible. Not impossible. Okay, not another land. We are just running bad on the color fixing. Okay. See what we can build when it's all done. So this set I have drafted a good amount. I'm probably not going to get new commons. That's how I got a bunch of packs to begin with. Yeah, it could be playable, but it's just not the kind of build that I am drawn to. Yeah, okay. Not too surprised. This is not a thing I would be looking to play limited. I remember passing it many, many times. All right, you know, I would have taken the blue one, the Neoform one. This guy, not so exciting. Sure. Can't complain. Yeah, this is being played in aggro stuff. I could see it, perhaps. It's a thing. If you do play it, you want 4, so cool. Yeah, I'll take lands, man. I'll take color fixing. Okay, so granted, this is awkward because I am not the Boros kind of person, and it's good because of Omnath. And if Omnath leaves, then this is probably useless to me, but we'll see. But if Omnath stays, you know, that'll be a good thing to have. Yep, this is totally legit if you're in the aggressive plan. No complaints for that purpose. Okay, yep, not my style. Could be playable. I'm not the person that would really know, I guess. Sure. I've seen it in the rogue deck. Yeah, but like it costs 3. And when you have that black mythic land that you can play as a spell and then you get stuff back with different mana costs. Like if you're getting a 3-drop and you're paying 3 as X plus 3 black, 6 mana is a lot in the rogue deck. So this is hard to get back with that. It's hard to get back with the thing that you can get back 2 things with total cost of 3. Then you're only getting 1 thing. It's just rough when you have so many spells that are rebuilding the cheap board that you built when your empire, so to speak, falls and you're like, let me make a new one. This just doesn't do either. Like it's not taking over the game by itself, and it's not very meaningfully adding to whatever empire you built, and it's hard to turn things around. Like when they sweep stuff, including this, and you're like, cool, I'll play my sorcery and get this one thing back. I mean, that's back to the first point of it doesn't take over the game by itself. I think it's just not quite what that deck is doing, if that makes sense. Not that the card is bad. Yeah, I think it just doesn't fit with the game plan and the synergies that are already built in. That's my take. We shall see. Okay, more green cards. Yes, please. I accept. Very unlikely to see the banhammer. You know, I did say I wanted lands, but not this one. Okay. I really meant color fixing for those who didn't catch on to that. Yep, this is also not the blue Neoform one. Cool. This I really could see this being a player. Yeah, I won't be too surprised. Yep, I'm gonna leave my conclusion there for now. Card is quite real. This one is not. So okay. It's good and limited. Makes copies of itself. Yo. Yes, the best kind of rare. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I ever played green black in this limited format. I don't think there was really reason to. Okay. All right. Yep, this was played. Although I guess it's King 12 artifacts. So that's just to take their lucky clovers, and maybe if you run into the Karn deck. Yeah, I mean playable, you know. It said first. I think, you know, sometimes they'll sideboard one or two, so it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I didn't really play the kicker deck, or I think I did once. I went really hard on trying to make it work, and then I just never saw these. Very sad. Power equal to your party. Yeah, no. Building around party is not gonna happen. Way too conditional. This I can maybe see. If there's a good X payoff that's like good. That's a solid comeback in the middle game for a moderate value of X. Like, if it's a solid thing to rip when you don't have one of these, I don't know what that card actually is. I don't know if there's one that exists right now. But if such a card fills this role where you can cast it for a kind of marginal X and it's still decent, and then when you really pump up the X, it becomes game breaking. Maybe we'll see some spells deck with these guys. Maybe. Maybe not, though. Yeah, doubt it. Cool. Yep, that one's playable. Or at least it has been, right, in the Omnath builds. Who knows what weird landfall or not stuff is going to happen when there isn't Big Daddy landfall. Not me. I do not know. Yep. I mean, here's the new Big Daddy landfall. Can't complain. What else? Yeah, nope. Good and limited. Well, solid and limited. Can't cast more than one spell. Maybe. I mean, if we get, you know, some weird Death and Taxes thing where you're playing like, oh, like all the weirdly conditional hate bears, as it were, I could totally see this being one of them. I don't really know exactly what you're hating out with it. But yeah, if you're playing just like generic cheap white destruction, that looks like it fits the bill. We shall see. Again with the party stuff, yeah, just not gonna happen in constructed. Cool. Oh, a new common. That makes sense for a new common. Never would have taken this. Never, ever, ever, ever. Nope. Again, same evaluation. Card isn't terrible. It just doesn't fit with what Rogues is doing. Maybe if there was a vampires deck or like a black mid-range deck, but it doesn't do what rogues is doing, I guess, is really what I was trying to say the first time. And I don't know of another spot where that would fit at the moment. Okay. Yep, not the blue 2-drop I would ask for, but you know, again with the party. Still running bad on color fixing. All right. Take them as they come. Sure. More mill. Which could maybe have a place, but like it probably won't. Ooh, I actually kind of wanted this. I think it does some it introduces like weird fancy play syndrome possibilities. I guess I'm thinking for historic. But yeah, I just think these things are cool. I have like an Azusa commander deck IRL that this would definitely get jammed into. Anyway. Yep, again, not gonna be a thing. Again, not gonna be a thing. Okay. Plenty more. Yep, same. Don't really care. Not that that one is even unplayable. Like maybe there's a control deck where you play that to get your stuff back for 6 and you play it as just a 2/1 that's hard to block with lifelink against the aggressive deck. I don't know, like it's not garbage. Yeah. I think I might have played Rakdos once in this format, but yeah, I wasn't looking for the big heavy equipment generally. Yep. Same deal. If we get the X spell that this fits, maybe it'll see play. Otherwise, it really shouldn't. Q. Okay, there's the second one, I think, for when we put that in our rogues sideboard. Fair enough. Nope. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Not in the format's current iteration. Maybe after a few more sets. Choose any number for 8 as a sorcery. Yeah, I'm doubtful. Unless there's some weird stuff with like copying it and choosing different modes and maybe, but yeah. Not on its own merits. Oh, look, a thing that might turn into a mythic wildcard. I will be entertained. This will be my payoff. I've opened how many packs so far? And there we go. If they ban Omnath, I got a free mythic wildcard. All right. Oh, look, the treasure thing. Ha ha ha. Okay, sure. Yeah, not gonna happen. Do I do this now that I'm at 100.4%? Contains wildcards? Yeah, whatever. Oh boy, more wildcards. Wildcards for your wildcards. These are the ones I need. Don't need. Really, really don't need. Do need. I'll take it. Where was I? Oh yeah, over here. Totally forgot about the vault too. It's been a while. Hey, that's what we like to see. We're gonna be able to build decks, kind of. All right. What else? Yep, I'll take it. These count. Haven't seen the green one. Haven't seen the black one. Don't really care for the others, I think. But yeah, cool. Actual playable. Could do a lot worse. Yeah, like this guy. Don't love it. Okay. For this guy, they create a 0/1. Oh, that deals damage to them. Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't do enough. Yep. Okay. Really? I'm surprised that this is a first. I'm pretty surprised. I mean, I guess like they get picked really highly, but I did play a lot of blue. Wow. Unlucky. Wow. Unlucky. All right. I think I'll accept that. Yeah. I like options. Now it's weird because I was saying before, like the stuff where you need to already have a thing in play for it to be good is not so great. But this has 2 modes, one of which is being a land. That flexibility is huge, not necessarily enough to have this guy make the cut, but huge enough to give this real consideration in a way that I wouldn't to whatever other thing I was talking about, the like blue thing that copies stuff and you pay red, green, and whatever. This is it plays out dramatically differently, in a way that this is a contender and that isn't. So that's cool. What else? Another one. Okay. Maybe there's a world where I want a third, but really, like, I mean, they could also just ban Clover. And then what does this do? I don't know. But it could be useful. Hey, look, something that is a thing that gets played. Yes. The run bads on lands. Sure. Yeah. Playable. Not stellar, but playable. And I'll take playable. Okay. Costing 8. That's a little much. Although it is non-lands, it's not just a Wrath. Yeah. A little bit unlikely. I don't know. I could see a world where you're playing the super long game in blue-white, and this is your one of. I could kind of see it. So, not complete trash, but I basically don't want a second one. Oh my goodness. I didn't want a first one. This is the third. Okay, great. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Things that have utility. Cool. 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 Yep. Same. Goes in rogue. It's a first. I need more for rogues. Seems good to me. I mean, it's a hate card against Omnath decks, which are probably getting some kind of nerf, so yeah. Oh well. Really? I thought I actually played this at some point to determine that I didn't like it, but I guess I just played against it to determine that I didn't like it and never wanted to pick it. Okay. I didn't like this. I never wanted to pick it. All right. Maybe that's 2 free mythic wild cards. Maybe. Maybe it's not, though. Maybe they'll just hit something that I don't open. We'll see. Sure. Yeah. Again, could be legit. That's my conclusion. Yep. 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 If you're going to play 1, you're going to play 4. Sure. Doubt it. Way too mana intensive. Yep. Really doubt it. It's not a first anymore. Yep. Could well be a thing, but very unlikely to make the cut in anything I'm building. Sure. Take what I can get. Yes. Yes. Give me the color fixing. Ah. Parties are bad. Next. Stay inside. Wear a mask. Parties are bad. Yep, don't need that either. Nobody wants crabs. Except the mill one and the rogue deck, which is a little odd. Not saying it's bad. Yeah. I mean, this feels like it's gonna be a little bit nerfed with whatever nerf does the nerfing for nerfs. So, unlikely that it'll be good in 4 hours. Okay, 3 counters. If it had a counter, it gets a counter. Oh no, if the thing that died had a counter. Okay, duh. Okay, and then when this dies, you make a thing. Okay. Seems a little slow even for those sacrifice decks that want it. This also surprises me a little. I remember seeing this so many times and thinking like, yeah, that could go in what I'm doing. But, yeah. I mean, the land mode is obviously fine. And then the other mode is just, I mean, technically it adds flexibility. I was not impressed. Clearly not impressed enough to ever take it. So there you go. Sure. Same with the Skyclave thing. Not saying this card is bad, just saying I don't tend to build that kind of strategy. Great. Good against stuff that will probably not be good. Great. Sure. Yep. I can see that being a thing. Why not? Yes, the correct kind of wild card. Love to see it. I know. There's no world. It's so expensive. I mean, yeah. Squadron Hawk was good because you could put equipment on it and it costs 2. And it was especially nutty because it was a shuffle for your Jace Brainstorms, for your I mean, I guess Preordains, but like Squadron Hawk was especially nutty with the Mind Sculptor. This is not that. It's clunky. The first one isn't good, and the second one isn't good. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, again, the party dependent stuff. I don't see it happening. Do not see it. Oh, look, more party stuff. Parties are bad, stay inside. Sure. Still too slow. The recast is too mana intensive. Yep, playable. Party dependent. Boo. Hmm. Interesting. Huh. Play for 3, and then it returns. Play for 5, and then it's a 5/4, and then it sticks. Interesting. There's some utility here, but the decks that are so aggressive that they want the 3 mana version of this, it's tough to hit 5. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm going to call it pretty unlikely. Again, same deal. Card's not necessarily bad. I just don't tend to build things it would be good in. Oh well. Okay. Oh. When it attacks, you get a non-legendary creature back into play with a counter of their choice. That is a vampire. Alright. I mean, it's just too slow for constructed. Because it costs 5 and doesn't have haste. Alright. I mean, it's a neat effect, but it's just not practical. This is interesting. This I could see potentially being played. Yep. Don't really know what that build would look like, but it's a cool thing. Glad I have access to it. Still don't need these. Just like the others. Great, I have the full set. Guess that means I can't open anymore. Hooray. Okay. What else? What in the world? Okay, it's a party thing. Wheel the top 6. Okay. I was a little confused in this last paragraph, seeing the word it, where it says you may put a card that shares a creature type with it from among them. I was like, what is it? That doesn't make sense. Because generally they'll put card name in that spot. So it'll say you can put a creature that shares a creature type with Tajuru Paragon from among them. But here it says it. And I'm noticing that there isn't a lot of room at the end of that paragraph. And I wonder if they'd usually do card name, but they changed it to it to save on space. Because nowadays we don't like just making the text smaller to let it all fit. Huh. Yeah. I don't know my card text standards well enough to say for sure, but that's a theory. Yeah, don't mind. Still seems playable, even if it never does get played. Okay, well, it's a bunch of those. In case that's still good soon. Who knows? Great. I mean, I guess if like the whatever Felidar Retreat is good, then maybe this will be good against it, I guess. But maybe they're just gonna nerf all the things. Or I mean, you know, nerf the hate cards by banning the thing they hate, etc. Yeah, playable if death and taxes, otherwise pretty trash. Well, look at that. I have no packs to open. That has not been true for a while, but it is now.